तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा।
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Welcome all dear devotees for this wonderful journey of Bhakti Shastri. Right? It is a very, very, I mean, what to say? It is not a course, right? It is all about getting to know about Krishna, isn't it? So I think those who have not attended, just remind me towards the end that I may have to remind them that they need to be punctual. Okay. Yeah, Hare Krishna. How many of you know about Navavida Bhakti? Navavida Bhakti. Yesterday we discussed, right? Anna? So, that who is known for Shravanam? In Navavida Bhakti, who is known for Shravanam?
प्रहलाद महाराज।
Shravanam is no Parikshit
Parikshit Maharaj.
Parikshit Maharaj. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, because 7 days he heard and he was elevated, right? So Shravanam is Parikshit Maharaj. Here, we can see. 1 second. Are you able to see this? Shravanam, hearing, is Maharaj Parikshit. Kirtanam, who told Bhagavatam 7 days, who glorified the Lord? Sukadeva Goswami. Vishnu Smaranam Prahlad. Because Prahlad was put into lot many troubles. But all the time, whenever he was put into trouble, like, in a room wherein all poisonous snakes were there, he was rolled down from the hilltop. Oh, every time he used to tell Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. That means he used to remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He used to remember Narayana. That was the mantra given by Narada Muni to him. So he used to remember the Lord. Whatever he was, like burning fire. Holika. Who is Holika? Hiranyakashipu's sister. So Holika sat down with the Prahlad inside fire because Holika got a boon that fire cannot burn her. So he told Hiranyakashipu, anyway you will not be burnt, Prahlad will be burnt. So take him in your lap and sit in the fire. So all these things, Prahlad Maharaj used to remember only the Supreme Personality of Godhead and he got elevated. Then Pada Sevanam 24/7, 365, Lakshmi never leaves it. It is Lakshmi, used to tell it is only her duty. In fact, when Sita marriage happened, Sita Maya was a little bit upset with the Lakshman. And Lakshman was also upset with Sita Maya. Because before Sita Maya came, before their wedding, Lakshman used to do this service. And now they got married. How can Lakshman take this service from Sita Maya? So Lakshman was very upset. Sita Maya was very upset that leaving that, all other services rendered by Lakshman. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I made you co-host, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay, so then Archanam, Maharaj Prithu, Prithu was a Maharaj. Maharaj means what? They will have lot of their daily chores, right? They have to take care of. Earlier, those days, it was not like region wise, including the sea, ocean. all the ocean, all the mountains, everything was taken care by Maharaj. So, but still in Prithu Maharaj palace, everywhere, north, east, south, wherever he turns, there will be altar. So that means everywhere, whoever goes to any corner of that palace, not corner in the sense, wherever they turn, they can see altar. So everyone used to pay obeisances. Lord says, no, that what is the most secret knowledge to be in his devotion? Who knows? Ninth chapter, last verse. What is the most secret knowledge? Guhya, Guhyatara, Guhyatama. What is it? Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyajimam namaskuro. So Lord says, keep paying obeisances unto me. Always think of me. So here Prithumaraj used to do that only. Whenever he comes, he enters the palace. Whenever he has to leave the palace. And whenever, before, Bhoga, he used to offer by himself to the Lord. So that is Archanam. Then Bandhanam also. Archanam is also about, worshipping. Actually, this thing is like, we do the Archana, we tell the prayers, so many prayers we have in Bhagavatam, no? Like Kunti prayer and Gajendra prayer, all those Prahlad prayer and Devatas prayer, so many prayers, Brahma Stuti, so many. So like that, Prithu Maharaj always used to recite the prayers. Okay, Vandanam. Vandanam is also paying obeisances and praying to the Lord. Akrura. Who was Akrura? Hare Krishna. Who was Akrura? Where did Akrura live? Hare Krishna. Akrura was in Dwaraka with Krishna. He was Krishna's very close friend, we can say. Actually speaking, he was his close cousin. But he always used to live with Krishna only in Dwaraka. Okay, then Dasyam. Actually, Akrura was sent by Krishna as a messenger to Vrindavan. When Krishna left Vrindavan, he told everybody that I will come. But Krishna did not go, right? But Akrura had a little bit of pride that he is the best devotee of Krishna. So Krishna wanted to teach him a lesson by telling them gopis are the best. Nobody else can compete with gopis in his love. Love. That is the last bhava prema and a prema bhakti. So Akrura was sent, and Akrura very soon understood why Krishna sent him, and he also learnt that nobody can even come near these gopis in that prema. Okay, then Dasyam we know. Always you see Hanuman, he'll be sitting at the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sakyam, Arjuna. Arjuna was that is why so many people were in front of Krishna in the Kurukshetra war. Why did he select Arjuna out of even all Pandavas? Because he considered in Bhagavad Gita it is given 3-4 qualities for Arjuna, right? Anaga, he was a sinless one. Sakacheti, he was very good friend of Krishna. Karpanya dosho pagata swabhaga prichamitvam dharma samuda chetaga. Etsayasya nischitam bruhi tanme shishyaste agam. 2.7. Shishyaste agam. He accepted Krishna as his guru. And so all these, so many reasons are there that Krishna told Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Arjuna is also, see, Vishaka Sakhi, right? So he has come from Goloka along with Krishna. Okay, then Atma Nivedanam, who surrendered himself that when 2 feet were not sufficient for Bali Maharaj, as 2 feet were not sufficient, for Bali Maharaj to surrender, because he had given word to Baman Dev for 3 feet. So Bali Maharaj understood after the 2 feet, when he grew like anything and he measured the whole Akash and Bhumi, he understood this is none other than Supreme Personality of Godhead. So immediately he surrendered and he said the 3rd feet can be kept on his head. Hare Krishna. Okay, this is a wonderful verse. We will definitely read it little later. This verse has been given as a reference in 3 purports of Bhagavad Gita verses. I think 6.213 in the second chapter also it is given, sixth chapter also it is given, and one more chapter. This is the example for all our senses should be applied in the worship of Lord. All our senses, all five senses and working senses and karmendriya and jnanendriya, all 10 should be employed in the service of the Lord. Who is the best example? Maharaj Ambarisha Muni. Okay, picture we will see and go Savaimana Krishna Padaravinder we will see later. So like his Ambarisha Maharaj always used to focus his mind on Krishna, thinking him. Always he used to describe, if at all he opens his mouth, only Lord's glories will come. And he used his hands to clean the temple. Karau Harer Mandira Marjana. See the third line, Karau Harer Mandira Marjana. What is meant by that? Always his hands were used to clean the temple, and ears were used to only hear Krishna Katha. Eyes were used to only see the deities, and touch. Touch is actually for. One second. What happened? Okay, now we are able to see. Okay, so his ears were used to only for hearing Krishna Katha. Eyes were used to have for eyes were used to have darshan of the deities, and touch. That means the padam. That is the lotus feet of the devotees. In fact, what is devotees here? Vaishnavas. Kualar. That is why I said yesterday, Bhagavad Gita gives the instruction, Sarvadharman Paritagya, how to surrender. But Bhagavatam gives the practical example. Bhagavatam gives, Bhagavatam is practical lab. You can understand. Theory we study in the classroom and go to the lab. So here, how to worship the Vaishnavas, because the Lord loves his devotees to worship his devotee. Dasa, 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 anudasa. And that, this one. Smelling, that is, a nose was used only for smelling the tulasi, which was offered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now, next, tongue. Tongue was used only for prasadam. Legs were used only to go for dham yatra, to temple. And head was always bowing down. Okay, Hare Krishna. Hope you are able to understand this. We will see very clearly with the verse also. Savai Pumsam Savai Manaha Krishna Padaravindayor. Okay. Yes, this is a very, very wonderful verse which tells us about the how to guru. How? That is, the who can read this? Only this in Nectar of Instruction, we will read it learn it very clearly. But any one of you can read the translation now. Hare Krishna. So I may have to call out name if others are not coming
Hare
forward.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji, go ahead.
So, from the translation of the
Translation,
shlokas,
Prabhu. Translation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, from the Nectar of Instruction, the essence of all advice is that one should utilize one's full time, 24 hours a day, in nicely chanting and remembering the Lord's divine name, transcendental form, qualities, and eternal pastimes, thereby gradually engaging one's tongue and mind. In this way, one should reside in Braja, Goloka, Vrindavan, Dhama, and serve Krishna under the guidance of the devotees. One should follow in the footsteps of Lord's beloved devotees who are deeply attached to his devotional service.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
This is
Krishna.
what. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. We have to
Hare
follow the footsteps of Vaishnavas. Because why? Again, Vaishnavas are Tadviddhi. What is the meaning of Tadviddhi? They know, they have realized the absolute truth. So that's what. Vidh means to know. Tadviddhi pranipatena. So they have realized the fact that they are not the body, they are the soul. Not only that, they have practically experienced the absolute truth. So we have to follow their footsteps. And what we have to always meditate, chant and remember Nama Rupa Guna Leela. Nama, name is none other than Krishna. The name is Krishna. Do you remember any important verse? Name is none other than Krishna.
नाम
Hare.
चिन्तामणि कृष्ण चैतन्य रस विग्रह पूर्ण शुद्धो नित्यमुक्तो नाम त्वा अभिन्न
Namatvam abhinnatvam. There is no
अभिन्न
abhinna. Abhinna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Wonderful that is. Nam and Krishna, they are no abhinnatvam. They are not different. And one more Sishashakam. Do you remember Sishashakam, second verse? Nam Namakari
Hari
Bahuda Nijas.
Bahudani
Yeah. Go ahead, Prabhu.
Sarvashakti Tatra
Tatra.
Pita Niyamita Smaranena Kala.
Etadrishi Tava Kripa Bhagavan Namapi.
Bhagavan Durdaivam Idrish Hajanina Nuraha
Hari Hari Bol.
Trinada
Very nice.
Pisunichena Tadoro
That is for
Swahishnamani
humility.
Namadana.
Third
Yes,
verse is for
yes,
humility. Correct. Very nice,
humility,
Prabhu.
yes.
So second verse says, Nam Nam Akari Bahuda. Krishna has got Bahuda Nam. Govinda, Mukunda, Madhava, Keshava, so many names he has got. And he has invested his potency in all these names. That is why we recite Shishashakam early in the morning after our Mangalarati, isn't it? So Krishna is none other than his name. Whatever name, you can catch any one name. You can attach love to one name, and all the time you fall down, you sit down, you get up, you drop something, you bend to pick up something. All that time you can tell that name. If you go Mukunda, Mukunda means who gives the liberation. Govinda, two meaning. One is that he loves cows, isn't it? Another one is Govinda and Rishikesha. That means he is a controller of the senses. Any name, okay? So what is it most important? The first three angas of Navavida Bhakti. Hearing, chanting, hearing is the name of the Lord, and at the same time, how do we have to hear? We have to chant and hear. We have to loudly recite the verses, or we have to glorify the Lord and we have to hear. That is Kirtanam. Shravanam Kirtanam has to be backed up by Smaranam. Extremely important. We keep hearing Srila Prabhupada is chanting in our home 24/7, it may be running. But do you think all the time we remember or we pay attention to Prabhupada's chanting? Definitely not. Manuam dasidisipire, yeto sumirenanahi. Kabirdas has said, the mind keeps roaming around all 10 directions. That is not the purpose behind hearing and chanting. Purpose behind, because Smaranam should be there in hearing also, Smaranam should be there in chanting also. Without Krishna Smaranam, that is why these three angas, these three limbs are there. Archanam. When we do Archanam also, that's what we do. No, we chant, we glorify, we tell the mantra, and we hear in memory, in remembrance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So all other angas, that is Shavanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. All other 6 limbs will have these 3 limbs as the basics. Okay, this we will go little later because this is for perfection. How to reach perfection. Okay, so we will come back to that. It's actually, you can read if you want. Shravanadasa, Varnadasa is the acceptance, to accept the Lord. We should not say, oh, how can the Lord do these kind of leelas? He simply touched the bottom of that cart. And what is that? The Sakatashura. He was blown into the air. How is it possible, such a small child? He was only 6 months old, right? Sakadasura was 3 months. Putana, 6 days. Yeah, okay. Then Smaranavastha. So Smaranavastha. Always we should remember the Lord. Sampati Dasa. Hearing, acceptance, remembrance, and eternal relationship. Eternal relationship is known as Sampati Dasa. Okay, Hare Krishna. And for this Smarana stage also, it is all given in Patanjali Yoga. Patanjali Yoga, Samprajnata Samatiya, Samprajnata, all those things will come, that memory will come interrupted. We will remember the Lord when we sit for meditation, then again the mind will roam around, again we will come back. So it is interrupted. So what is the difference between in this interrupted and uninterrupted? Uninterrupted also mind will roam around. But the beauty in this is interrupted, whatever we remember, the subject matter may be different. But in uninterrupted, we'll be meditating, mind may roam around and it will come back to the same position where we left. That means same thing we are meditating upon. So there are so many stages till we reach the Samadhi stage. It is all Patanjali Yoga Sutra. It's very nicely given. There are 6 stages of meditation before we reach the Samadhi stage. Okay, this is very important. Actually, I wanted to start from here only, but I thought of revising Navavida Bhakti. Hare Krishna. This is a wonderful verse. And this verse is again referred in many purports by Srila Prabhupada.
Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji, read. Tat Vijñātam Saguru. Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Read, Prabhuji.
Tadvijnanartham sa gurumeva abhigachet. Like generally, first line only Prabhupada always quotes. Samit Panihi Stotriyam Brahmanishtam.
Prabhuji, this also we quote, right? Shotriyam Brahmanishtam. This also often we quote. Shotriyam, we have to hear from whom? Brahmanishtam, who has realized the absolute truth. Okay, how? Samit Panihi. Pani means a hand, right? Samit means what, you know? The dry sticks which we use for yajna. They will catch fire so fast. So when we put the samit in the yajna, the fire grows, right? It blows. So similarly, Tatvijñārtam Sagurum eva bigachet. We have to very, very humbly, politely approach the spiritual masters. Who are they? Who have realized the Brahmanishtam. Okay, read the meaning, Prabhu, translation. To understand these
To understand these things properly, one must humbly approach with firewood in hand. The spiritual master who is learned in the Vedas and firmly devoted to the absolute truth must approach a spiritual master, focus mind and SPG.
Supreme Personality of Godhead.
The ways and the means for ultimate realization, ultimate attainment are stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Open to everyone, no restriction.
Hari Hari Bol. This path is open to everyone. Absolutely no restrictions to approach spiritual master. Whether they are 4 varnas, 4 ashramas, we know, correct? So anybody can. Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Shudra also can go. In ISKCON only, you might have seen there are so many even Maharats, you know, who are not from the higher order of Varnashrama. Because even a Shudra can become a Vaishnava. How? They have to be a devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What mercy they have got? The Guru initiates them. So Guru accepts everybody. So we have to approach a spiritual master. If you remember, even Krishna went to Sandipani Muni, correct? To tell us, to tell the normal Janta. What is the verse? Anybody knows? Hare Krishna. Yadyad acharati shreshta 3.21.
Taddad eve itarojana sayat pramanam kurite lokastatra anuvartate.
Hari Bol. Lokastada anuvartate. What is anuvartate?
Following.
To follow the footsteps of leads. That is, we have to follow. Yadyadacharati shreshta. Shreshta people, the great people, however they behave. Yadyadacharati, however they behave. Same thing. Normal people, uneducated, ignorant people will follow. This we see in all Hollywood, Bollywood, sports player, etc. Everything. Once they continuously win some matches, everybody becomes the fan of the captain of that particular team, isn't it? Because they follow them. Okay, so similarly here, we have to follow our spiritual master. How to approach him? With a full focus. And you know, when we approach to them, it is written, one must humbly approach. That is, sa gurum eva bigachet. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevayam. Upateshanti
Jnanam jnaninas tat darshanam.
Tattvadarshinaha. They are the Brahmanishtas. They have understood the absolute truth. How? We have to humbly go pranipatena, pariprashnena. We have to go and pay obeisances and politely we have to ask them to guide us. And once we get the spiritual master, that is the end of it. Whatever. See, Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his spiritual master, told him at the age of 70, go to Paschatya Deshatarine. We say, no, that you go to Paschatya Desha. He didn't have money also, but he was not worried at all. With that one suitcase, small trunk, it is not a suitcase, small trunk with one umbrella, two dhotis inside, and only Bhagavatam book in that, and 40 rupees in hand at the age of 70 to a foreign country. Can you imagine? It is beyond achintya, inconceivable this is. Nobody can. But he was not worried because he knew I am going at the order of my Guru Maharaj. He is there with me. If my Guru Maharaj told me to go, he will stand with me under all circumstances. And that is what happened, With 40 rupees he went, and within 12 years of after going to Paschat, Western countries, he was here in this material world for 12 years. And that 12 years, 14 times he roamed around the entire world. And 40 rupees, he made it into 400 crore rupees. How many devotees he initiated? So many devotees, so many temples. Every nook and corner now we have n number of temples. Even a smallest city, smallest village we can call it as, will not be there without a center for Srila Prabhupada. At least, ISKCON center will be there. That is the wonderful thing Srila Prabhupada had done, right? So by adapting these principles of Bhagavad Gita, what we can do, with all glories to Srila Prabhupada, we have to read this particular book as it is, Bhagavad Gita, as it is given to us by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. This is Gita Mahatmya. What are the benefits of reading Bhagavad Gita? Hare Krishna. Those who did not read fast. Hare Krishna. Punya Shri Radhika Devdasi Mataji, are you in a position to read? Hare Krishna. Shruti Mataji, Sanju Mataji. Read Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Matthew only translation?
No. This is easy, Mataji. We will read.
Yes,
Gita
Mataji.
Shastram idam
Gita
punyam.
Shastram idam punyam yapate priyatah punam. If one properly follows the instructions of Bhagavad Gita, one can be freed from all the miseries and anxieties of life. Bhaya sokadi varijata. One
Bhaya
will be freed
shoka
from all
adi varjitaha. Bhaya we know fear. Shoka,
shoka
lamentation.
adi varjitaha.
Adi means etc.
One will be
Go
freed
ahead,
from all
Mataji.
fears in this life, and one's next life will be spiritual.
Hari Bol. In a second chapter also, second or third chapter also, it comes to Vitaraha Bayakroda Manmanamau Pashataha. One who surrenders unto me, he will be free from Vita means free. Free from Vita, Raga, Baya, Kroda. They'll be free from what? Raga, attachment, Baya, fear, Kroda, anger. Who? Manmanamam Upashataha. One who surrenders unto me. Yes, Mataji. Padma Purana. Shruti Mataji, go ahead.
Yes, Mataji. Gita silasya pranayama parasya cha naiva shantiha papani purva janma kritani cha. If one reads Bhagavad Gita very sincerely and with all seriousness, then by the grace of the Lord, the reactions of his past misdeeds will not act upon him.
Hari Bol, all past mistakes, right? Krishna tells Sarvadharman Paritajna, right? Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. What will happen? Moksha Ishyami Ma Shucha. All the sins will be eradicated. Yes, Mataji.
Gita Mahatmya 2. Sarvadharmam parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshas Mokshyasya ma shucha. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Gita Mahatma.
Mashucha. In Mashucha, no, one minute, I will tell something. One of the ISKCON, our Gauranga Das, I don't know whether you all know him or not. He, he gives a lot of lectures in Hare Krishna TV and very highly elevated devotee. He was invited for one of the conference, and in the beginning, there were 5, 6 speakers on the stage, and totally 2 hours, whatever time they had given, one by one, everyone spoke. Last was Gauranga Das Prabhu's turn. And already the time exceeded, because the chief guests, when they speak, we don't know. They all exceeded the time. So the organizer told Gauranga Das Prabhuji, you have 1 minute, Prabhuji, like that. They were feeling ashamed, but there was no other way. They had to start the inauguration, no? So that is why. What did Gauranga Das Prabhu do? He went on the stage, he told, in that 1 minute, I'll tell you one thing. Ma Shucha. Krishna told, do not fear. So all surrender to Krishna and do not fear. He told that only and came. So he gave the guarantee that if you are with Krishna or if Krishna is with you, Ma Shucha, nothing you have to fear. Yes, anybody else who wants to read Hare Krishna? Any other? Sanyu Mataji, are you available today? Yes, Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Gita Mahatmaya, please. Malini Mochanam Pumsham Jalashtananam Dine Dine Chakrajitamrita Nanam Samsara Mala Nashanam. One may cleanse himself daily by taking a bath in water, but if one takes a bath even once in the sacred Ganges, water of Bhagavad Gita, for him the dirt of material life is altogether vanquished.
Hari Bol. As we take bath to clean our external body, if we read Gita every day, our internal cleanliness will take place. That is the important thing. Because it is like taking a dip in the Ganges. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji, continue next. Gita Sugita Kartavya.
Gita Mahatmya 4. Gita Sugita Kartavya Kim Anya Sastra Vistareha Yasvayam Padamana Bhashya Mukha Padma Vinihasta. Because Bhagavad Gita is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one need not read any other Vedic literature. One need only attentively and regularly hear and read Bhagavad Gita. In the present age, people are so absorbed in mundane activities that it is not possible for them to read all the Vedic literatures. But this is not necessary. This one book, Bhagavad Gita, will
Suffice.
suffice because it is the essence of all Vedic literatures, and especially because it is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Obviously, yesterday we discussed, right? Thank you, Mataji. Yesterday we said Prana Alpa Ayusha Yuga Sabya. This Kali Yuga is everybody has got very short life and they keep fighting. That's the nature of people in Kali Yuga. They fight. Okay. Hare Krishna. Who else is there? Who read now, Sneha Mataji? Can you read? Or Supraja Mataji? Anybody? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. No, both of them are not there. Hare Krishna. Priyanka Mataji. Okay, read Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Gita Mahatmya 5. Bharatmarta Sarvashvam Vishnu Vakrat Viniharsatam Gita Gangodakam Pitva Punarjanam Mana Vidyate.
Gangotvam Pitva. We take Charnamrit, no? So like that, we have to drink Gita. Yes, Mataji. Translation.
One who drinks the water of the Ganges attains salvation. So what to speak of one who drinks the nectar of Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita is the essential nectar of the Mahabharata, and it is spoken by Lord Krishna, the original Vishnu. Bhagavad Gita comes from the mouth of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the Ganges is said to emanate from the lotus feet of the Lord. Of course, there is no difference between the mouth and the feet of the Supreme Lord, but from an impartial study, we can appreciate that Bhagavad Gita is even more important than the water of the Ganges.
Hari
Hare
bol.
Krishna.
Why it is given there is no difference between mouth and the feet? Because the Lord's body is transcendental body. He can walk with his ears also. He can eat with his nose also. Anna, that is transcendental body. It doesn't have any sense specified duties. Because transcendental means what? It is eternal and it is beyond all the gunas. Though he is the creator of all gunas, he is beyond all these gunas. He said, no, Daivi Heshya Guna Mayi. Krishna says, why you are not able to overcome the Maya? Because this Maya is my energy. Daivi Heshya Guna Mayi. My energy. That is why you are not able to overcome the Maya. Hare Krishna. Yes, next was Priyanka Mataji. Are you available to read? Hare Krishna. सर्वोपनिषतो गावो
सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालानन्दना पार्थो वत्सा सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतमृतं महत्. This Gitopanishad, Bhagavad Gita, the essence of all the Upanishads, is just like a cow. And Lord Krishna, who is famous as a cowherd boy, is milking this cow. Arjuna is just like a calf, and learned scholars and pure devotees are to drink the nectarian milk of Bhagavad Gita.
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Well, next also you read before that. Who remembers the meaning of Upanishad? I told on the first day, you remember? Upanishad. Hare Krishna.
God
Stay
sits
near
near
to the
him.
God.
Mataji.
Hari Bol. Yes, very nice devotees. You all are very attentive. Yeah, God is seated very near. Very good. Nishad means to be seated. Upa means near. Upavishta, uttishta. Okay, God is seated very near. Haribal, continue Mataji, Priyanka Mataji. Ekam Shastram, this is a beautiful verse. You all have to by heart it.
एकं शास्त्रं देवकीपुत्रगीतम् एको देवो देवकीपुत्र एव एको मन्त्रस्तस्य नमामि यनि कार्पमि एकं तस्य देवस्य
Devasya Seva. This verse is given in the introduction of Bhagavad Gita book. At the last page of introduction, this verse is given. Yes, Mataji, translation.
In this present day, people are very much eager to have one scripture, one God, one religion, and one occupation. Therefore, Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Gitam, let there be one scripture only, one common scripture for the whole world, Bhagavad Gita. Eko Devo Devaki Putra Eva, let there be one God for the whole world, Sri Krishna. Eko mantras tasya namami, and one hymn, one mantra, one prayer, the chanting of his name. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Karmapi ekam tasya devasya seva, and let there be one work only, the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Hari Bol. So now you know the importance of Bhagavad Gita, right? So because you all have learnt, in fact, in all my first batch, I start the class, first 3 classes goes in Gita Mahatyam only. It tells you why. Prayojana, objective, all the objective. If we read Bhagavad Gita, what will happen? It's like nowadays children will First, you have to tell why do they have to do something. What will they get? If they do something, what will they get? It's like a bribing them. To get any work done, we have to tell them, you do this, you will get this. So, Krishna is also telling, before giving Gita Mahatmyam, what will we get by reading Bhagavad Gita, Hare Krishna? They all are in the parampara. They all know disciplic succession. Disciplic succession comes first, Bhagavan. Krishna. He, from his navel came Brahma. And Brahma created Manasa Putra. Who are they? So many Manasa Putras are there. So in that here it is given disciplic succession. Narada. Narada's disciple is Vyasa. Okay. Then Madhava, Padmanabha, and Narahari we say no. And Akshobhya, Jayatirtha. These and all, like so many bhashyams give all these things. Janan Sindhu, Dayanidhi, Vidyanidhi, Rajendra, Jayadharma, Purushottama, Brahmanya Tirtha, Vyasa Tirtha, Lakshmipati, and Madhavendra Puri. From here onwards, we have to pay attention. Why? Because Lord Chaitanya's spiritual master is Ishwarapuri. Ishwarapuri's spiritual master is Madhavendra Puri. So Lord Chaitanya came in the dream of Madhavendra Puri and Ishwara Puri plus all the other Goswamis, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, and Raghunatha Goswami, Jiva Goswami. In all their dreams, Mahaprabhu came and he told where all he is hidden under this earth. He had to be excavated. He was, what do you call that? The Britishers, when they came and they plundered our country, many of these deities, they fell down. And above that, so many, like what do you call that? Fort and those other things were, in the war. They were all brought down. So Krishna was inside the earth. So one of that. And similarly, like Rupa Goswami has his own deity. Madhavendra Puri came and told Rupa Goswami, Swarupa, the Sanatan Goswami, all go to this place. I am there under this, earth. So excavate me and take me out. So today's Vrindavan, we have one separate temple for all 6 Goswamis. Okay. Then Krishna Dasa, Narottama Das Thakur. If we start talking about his glories, the whole day we can. So many kirtans he has written. Vaishnava Kirtan. Okay, then Vishwanatha, Baladeva. From here we have in our Bhagavad Gita book, right? First Jagannatha Babaji is there. Then Bhakti Vinoda Thakur's guru is Jagannath Babaji. And Bhakti Vinoda Thakur's son only Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. But Bhakti Vinoda Thakur told, no, you will take initiation to Siddhanta Saraswati. You will take initiation from Gaura Kishora Baba Das. Gaura Kishora Baba Das refused to give initiation because Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati was a great learned person. Gaura Kishora Dasa Babaji told, no, I am not learned. You can see their pictures down. We have in our parampara picture, we have now when we do Mangalarti every day, we offer them the Mangalarti also, correct? So, Gaura Kishora Babaji refused, but no, finally he had to accept to give initiation to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who is our Srila Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj. So number of verses 700, all of you know. The first verse, Dharma Kshetra Kurukshetra, is told by Dhritarashtra. And Sanjay and Arjuna, you can remember like this, 42 is exactly half of 84, right? So you learn like that. 4 and 1. Next is 2 times. 2 times almost it is double. 84. Then balance by 74 has been spoken by Krishna. Whatever Krishna has spoken, we tell Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Like that we say, right? Arjuna Uvacha, Sanjaya Uvacha. But we don't say Krishna Uvacha. What do we say? Bhagavan Uvacha.
Bhagavan Uvacha.
Why do we say Bhagavan Uvacha?
Supreme
He is the
Personality of God.
ultimate supreme Lord.
Yes. There's nobody above him, nobody equal to him.
Asama
He is
Urdhva.
Asamurdhva, Hari Hari, wonderful. Asamurdhva. Urdhva means up. Urdhva moolam adashakam, right? It goes upwards. Urdhvam. So, Asama Urdhvam. Nobody is above him, nobody is Sama. Nobody is equal to him. Wonderful, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Hari Bol. Yes. Anybody having any doubt? Else I will share another thing. Hare Krishna. Yes, you all have to ask doubts, right?
Mataji, I have a question.
అక్కడ వాళ్ళు మీకోసం కొబ్బరి నీళ్ళు తీసుకొని నిల్చొని
Hare
చూస్తారు
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
అందుకోసం
Krishna.
పెద్ద
Hare
పెద్దలు
Hare. Mataji, you just mute them. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. You can ask your doubt, Mataji. Hare
Mataji,
Krishna.
just wanted to know, will you be sharing this PPT which you have been showing?
PPT we will not be sharing, Mataji, but we share the YouTube live, correct, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
From there you can take. Because earlier it has happened that PPT was misused by many people. Correct? So if at all, even YouTube also they can take and use. But at the same time, the exactly PPT video, even for me also after giving Mataji said, you don't use from the link only, Mataji, you just download and use it, she said. Okay, so you can go to YouTube live, it will be there. Every day I will add this, everyday session will be posted in the, what do you call, playlist. Okay, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
From there you can take it. Whatever doubt you can take it. Okay? Hare Krishna. This is a preface. Preface is what? Very, very important. Who has written this book? How it is? The main important verse, all of you know. This Yada Yadagi Dharmasya and Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinashaya Dushkritam. All of us might be knowing. Right from that Mahabharat series, it came, no, serial. So from that time people might be knowing, but very sorry to say they will not know the meaning of this, right? Yada yadagi dharmasya glanirvavati bharata abhyutanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyagam. We know that Krishna comes to annihilate all these things, adharma, but unfortunately we do only adharma, no. We do adharma, knowingly or unknowingly. That is why, in Bhagavad Gita, it is said, there's a wonderful verse, one is there. But we are indebted to so many people. Rin, we call it as no rin. Rin means what? We are indebted. We are indebted to Guru, we are indebted to the Raja, we are indebted to the Guru Patni, we are indebted to the Shastras, because even, Prasadam, why do we offer Bhoga to the Lord? There are so many other things, but one of the reason is when we what do you say, cook prasadam, that time what happens? Knowingly or unknowingly, very, 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 very small, that insects which are there in airborne, we may be unknowingly killing them. Similarly, when we walk, so many insects are there and which are, invisible to our eyes. So that is why we are indebted to so many people, and we have to, yes, once in a while. That is why, those days and all, they used to perform yajna in everybody's house. So that used to nullify. But nowadays in this Kali Yuga, who does yajna? Very few people. There are few villages I have heard. They do this, what is that? Agnigotra yajna. Early in the morning, Brahma Muhurta. The exactly Brahma Muhurta time, they will keep alarm. One day before the Muhurta time will come, they will keep alarm and they wake up and do that Agnigotra Yajna. If you do all these things, what? Even after reading Bhagavad Gita, everything, there is a Chama Prarthana. Who knows the Chama Prarthana? I will post it in the group today. Learn the Chama Prarthana. Because the pronunciation, what we said, something by mistake we might have said, or by telling, our mind mentality might not have been in the same mood, is it not? So that is why after reading, after everything, we have to say that Chama Prarthana. Okay, Hare Krishna. Yes, who is left to read? Hare Krishna. Vamshidhar Prabhu, are you there? Supraja Mataji, did you read?
No, Mataji.
My screen went off, I think, right? Okay. Able to see now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Prabhu. Read.
Hare
About Krishna conscious movement.
Srimad Bhagavad Gita present. About Krishna conscious movement, genuine historically authorized movements.
And these are the characteristics. Bhagavad Gita is genuine. Bhagavad Gita is historically authorized. Bhagavad Gita is an authorized movement. Krishna consciousness is an authorized movement. Yes, Prabhu.
Gradually become very popular, especially younger generation. Transcendental based on teaching of Bhagavad Gita. Originally father of this movement, this is Lord Krishna himself. Message coming down in disciplic succession. Yeah. Credit goes to spiritual masters. Personal credit message of Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is presented without any adulteration.
Because in this Kali Yuga, so many people write purport. But that is not as in which mood Krishna told. That is why Srila Prabhupada has given as it is in the mood of Krishna, number one. And yeah, credit goes to all spiritual master. Where Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur also given. Had Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati and not told Srila Prabhupada. In India, he worked for 40 years to spread this movement. Nothing happened. But in 12 years, the entire world it spread, is it not? So we have to be very, very grateful to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati also to give us Srila Prabhupada, isn't it? This, disciplic succession. I was remembering one story, suddenly I forgot. Message coming down in disciplic succession. Now listen to me very carefully for a minute. This Vedas, that's a message from Lord, can be ascertained, can be realized in two ways. One is Aroga Paddhati, one is Avaroga Paddhati. Aroga means what? In music we say, Sari Gama Pada Nisa, we go up. Aroham. Avaroham is coming down. So the knowledge, what we have to rely upon is coming down. Why? Krishna gave it to Brahma. That is Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye. He himself told in the Bhagavatam that I myself had given it in his heart. He gave it to his son Narada. So we saw the parampara now. So this scriptures, the knowledge of Supreme Personality of Godhead comes downwards. Okay, coming down. If it has to go up means what? What is the meaning of Aroga Paddhati? We put in all our endeavors to understand which Shastra is the best, which Shastra tells the truth, like that. Can we even do that? One beautiful example, what Srila Prabhupada has given for that is, see, if we have to know who is our father, who is the best person to know? Only our mother. Go and ask mother, who is my father? You will get the right information without any adulteration. But instead, I will not ask my mother. I will myself try and find out how many people's genes and how many may be matching in that also. In that matching also to know who he was the one person, how long it will take. Again, so is it possible? So with our own effort to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very, very, impossible. It is not possible. Okay, that is why we have to be totally dependent on the disciplic succession. Whoever has come in parampara, number one, they are the self-realized souls. Number two, that is just now we saw. What was that? Brahmanishtam. They have understood the Brahman, absolute truth. Okay, and also they only spread what their spiritual master told. This is very, very important. If it is not disciplic succession, they may say whatever they have understood. But there's a beautiful verse in Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam, that Shonakadi Muni, in the Naimisharanya, they asked Sutta Goswami. So what Sutta Goswami tells, you all asked me question, nice, I will tell you Bhagavatam. No, not at all. First of all, he will give all the credit to the sages only. How wonderful questions you have asked. These and all, they ask question for Loka Kalyan. Munega Sad Prashtogam. What is that? Loka Mangalam. This one verse first chapter, second canto, 13th or 14th verse, something like that. So it is for Lokamangalam. They did a big yajna, 1,000-year yajna. For what? Kaliyuga, people are again Hypadritaha, distressed, right? For their Mangalam, Lokamangalam. So he first of all thanked all the sages. How beautiful questions you have asked. You want to know about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then he did not take the credit. Okay, I will tell you the answer. No, he gives all the credit to Shukadeva Goswami because Sutta Goswami was present when Shukadeva Goswami told Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj in 7 days. And not only that, yesterday we saw, you remember, fully focused, inquisitive, and he was so inquisitively, in fact, in that conversation only Shukadeva Goswami mentions also, like Dvaipa, what is it, Romaharshana is Sutta Goswami's father. He mentions about in Romaharshana's Pattadi he comes. Romaharshana comes in Vyasadeva's lineage. So Sutta Goswami, what he says, Yataditam tathamatihi. Whatever to my limited knowledge I could understand from what Shukadeva Goswami said, in that mood, it is very, very important. So when we also try to, like speak, first our mood should be, I should have the same mood in which Srila Prabhupada wanted to spread this mission. We should not add our own example. We should not, whatever we have learnt from somebody else, we should never add. So that is why ISKCON Krishna consciousness movement is extremely, extremely powerful. The reason being, everybody follows one Acharya, that is Srila Prabhupada. His modern mission is a very important question for Bhakti Shastri question. What is the modern mission of Srila Prabhupada? You will come to know that I have shared that doc. You remember that Mayapur handbook? So you go through that book. In that book, you will have all the, as I told, 65 plus 20 plus 10 plus 5. 65 open book assessment, 20 closed book, 10 your sloka memorization, and 5 for your participation, attendance, etc. Okay, we will have breakout rooms and all very soon. So when you have breakout rooms there, how much you are participating? After the discussion, you have to present it. How you are presenting, all those things are there. 5 marks. Okay, Hare Krishna. This shows our parampara.
Mataji,
Yes, Priyanka Mataji.
I just wanted to ask all the questions, whatever is given in the handbook, all those answers we need to write and submit.
That's what we did. No, all you need not submit. You write all the answer and make a notebook and keep it with you. It will be easier for you to study. For submission, we will give you specific questions only. So only those questions you have to submit. But we all, what we did, what I means in our Bhakti Shastri group, what we did, we used to divide questions. 4, 4, 5, 5 people used to form a group, and you write 5 questions and I will write. And in Bhakti Vriksha class, we used to sit together and share everybody's answer. Like that we used to do. Okay, Mataji? Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Otherwise, also, as I told, we have this, group discussion and all, no? So it is always better. Team, 21st century skill, C. Creativity, critical thinking, communication, and collaboration. Very important C of the 21st century skill. We need to be creative. That sample answers are given in the same book, you see. So you can bring out your own creativity. You can give answer in the form of flow chart, diagrams, or a picture representation. Always your creativity. Okay, Hare Krishna. Yes. Who did not read at all today? Yeah, finally, Rohini Mataji did not read, and our Acha Biju Prabhu read already. Only Rohini Mataji did not read. Yes, Mataji, go ahead. Last slide for the day.
About Lord Shri Krishna. About Lord Shri Krishna, he is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna and his inner spirit is non-different. Krishna is absolute. That is, he is not different than his names, forms, qualities, pastimes, etc. This absolute position of Krishna is difficult to understand if someone is not a devotee in parampara, that is disciplic succession. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Mataji has posted the attendance. Kindly fill up the attendance. It is very, very important and mandatory. See, where we started, we ended today. That's a beauty. It is all Srila Prabhupada's mercy. We started with Krishna is absolute. Nama Rupa Guna Leela. Nam Nama Kari Bhagoda. We started, right? So there only we have come and finished it also. This absolute position of Krishna, it is not relative. Relative means if something happens, another thing will happen. But Krishna's position is not that. But whenever he wants to create, he will create. Whenever he wants to annihilate, he will annihilate. Of course, there are primary sarga visarga and secondary. In Brahma's day also there is a sarga visarga. And when in what do you call that? Manvantara. Every Manvantara there will be a sarga and visarga. When Brahma's life ends, in 4th chapter we will learn once again all these things. How many hours in Brahma's day, how many days Brahma lives, all those things. But in every day and night there's a sarga visarga. Means what? Creation, annihilation. And Brahma's life ends sarga visarga. One each manvantara sarga visarga. But above all these things, the Supreme Personality of God, that is known as Mahasarga. That's a primary creation. Lord only breathes out and breathes in. Creation takes place and annihilation takes place. He is that absolute. So we need to have a firm faith. Very, very important. Nishtha in the absolute truth. What is not possible? That small one, you fill in attendance, by then a very small story, very short, I will tell in 2 or 3 minutes. Narada was going to Goloka. On the way, he saw, when he was going, there was a pujari doing archana to a deity. And Narada was enjoying and going, Narayana, Narayana. Pandit said, oh, Narada Muni, where are you going? He said, I am going to Goloka to meet the Lord. Oh, he said, will you do me a favor? Yes, what do you want? Ask Krishna, when will I go to him? When will I reach him? He said, okay, Narayana, Narayana. He further proceeded. He saw one cobbler mending the shoes under a tree. And he just, he was saying, Narayana, he paid obeisances. He got up and he paid obeisances to Narada. And he asked, Narada Muni, where are you going? He said, Goloka. Okay, will you please do me a favor? Ask Krishna, when will I reach him? What will be that auspicious time I will be able to reach? Narada Muni also goes and he asks, and he told, cobbler will come in this birth only, and this Pandit will take so many births. Bhagunam Janmanamante. So many births he will have to take. Manushyanam Sahasresho. 1,000, in 1,001 person can understand Krishna, and after Bhagunam Janmanamante we will reach, right? So, okay, he told. And he was so shocked. Pandit is all the time doing Archana Mandanam Das, everything he is doing. This is why he said he had a little doubt. But Krishna said, you see, I know you are having doubt. When you go back, they will ask you one question. What the Lord was doing when you met him? You just tell them. The Lord was trying to thread the elephant into the needle. Thread the elephant into the needle. You understand? Needle's head is very small. And the Lord was trying to put the elephant through the needle and take it outside. Okay, he came. First the Pandit asked. He said, oh Pandit, he told so many births you will have to take. Pandit said, hey Narada Muni, I know you might not have even met Bhagavan. It is not at all possible. You are simply, pekteho we say, no? So you are simply telling lies. You tell me to trust you. What was the Lord doing? The Lord was threading the elephant through the needle. How can the elephant be, inserted into that small hole of the needle? I don't trust you. He said, okay, don't trust. He went again. Cobbler also, he told the same thing. Cobbler started in ecstatic mood, started jumping and dancing. What is not possible for my Lord? Even with the small seed, such a big neem tree, such a big banyan tree comes. So what is not possible for my Lord? He can thread the elephant through the needle. My Lord is so amazing. He can do everything. He started jumping. Narada understood. Why did Krishna say this? That is Nishtha. Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpata rupesya kripa sindhu bhayeva patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti vaishnava.
Jai,
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai,
Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki
Jai,
Jai, Namanishra Prabhu ki Jai.
Jai.
All glories to assembled devotees.
Chitar
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Mataji ki jai.
Yes, yes. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, Mataji. Any doubt? Anybody having?
Mataji,
Yes, Mataji.
I had this thing in my mind for a long time. Now we say Brahma Gaudiya Madhva Sampradaya. So this Madhva is Madhvacharya, right?
Madhvacharya,
Udupi,
yes.
not Madhvendra Puri.
No. Madhavendra Puri
Madhvacharya
is
from
the Madhavendra Puri, we call it as Paradada of our spiritual master. That means Ishwara Puri is Guru. Spiritual
okay,
Dada, like that.
okay.
No? Grandfather. Okay. Madhavendra Puri has come in Parampara. But Madhvacharya, they are not in Parampara. They have created the Parampara. Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, they all created the parampara. Okay, Mataji? Hare Krishna. They're actually none other than the, see, in where I read, I don't know. The Lord himself comes to spread this, his, what do you call that? To reclaim the fallen souls. Otherwise, he sends his representatives to reclaim the fallen souls or to annihilate the asuras, right? So he sends some representative. They all are Madhvacharya and who is that? Ramanujacharya. They all are none
Nimbakacharya.
other than the representatives of the, yes, none other than the representatives of the Lord only. He sends these acharyas to spread the parampara. Okay, Mataji? Hare Krishna. Anybody else having any doubt? Hare Krishna. Okay, so please keep up your attendance. Those who are just attending for 1 or 2 modules of attendance, you will have to talk to me. Two of you have already spoken, but for all others, attendance is compulsory. And in this group also, 2-3 devotees are attending just because of short attendance. So it is better. Let us follow the rules and regulation, ethics. Okay, Vaishnava Sadachar. There are classes, no? Namanishra Prabhu had conducted so many classes. Now also, I think Sridhar Prabhu is conducting Sadachar classes. He is conducting classes on 12 Mahajans in Sadachar class. Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Nobody is
Krishna
having doubt?
Mataji.
Krishna.